Okay, so here is where we left off in the previous video. So now I'm going to look at creating the second drawing sheet, the assembly orthographic views. So let's go to the view palette, and here we have the right view of the Stirling engine. So I'll just drop that in there. The scale is currently 1:1, so it's obviously too big for the sheet, but we can fix that in a second. Change the display style to shaded, and when I drag now above the front view, I'll get the top view. And this happens automatically, and if I drag out to the right, I will see the view looking in from the right. So let's place that there anywhere at all. And if you drag out to the left, you can place the view looking in there from the left, and the views automatically line up. Change the display of the front view to shaded, and then all of the views show up as shaded. So the first thing I'm going to do here is change the scale of the drawing sheet. So if I right click on the sheet, select its properties, I can change the scale of all the views on the sheet. So let's make that 1:2. The type of projection is third angle, and that's built in to our template. So now when I move the front view, you'll see that all the other views move as well, such that the top view is lined up with the front view. So let's move the front view down, and let's move these views back onto the sheet. So when you move the front view down, the side views will move with it. There's the top view positioned, and it lines up with the front view. So there are our 4 orthographic views of the Stirling engine. I'm just placing them by eye. So that's the view from the top, view looking in from the left, and the view looking in from the right. So we're taking this view here as our front view then. So on this sheet we also have a detailed view here on the top. So to add a detailed view, if you go to view layout, you have an option here to add a detailed view. So the detailed view will show an area of your drawing at an enlarged scale. So I'll just draw a circle here. So when you're dragging your detailed view around, it automatically will change if I change the position of the circle. So here's our circle for the detailed view. If I move that around, if I change the scale of it, the detailed view will update. So here's our detailed view moving around. So our detailed view here, we can change the scale of this to custom scale. The current value is 1:1, and let's use a user defined scale. In this case, the scale is 1:1.5. As I drag it around, it does temporarily show the full view, but then when I let go of the mouse off the view, it comes back and shows our detailed view. Okay, so there's detail A, scale 1:1.5. It picks up on that for you there. If you click on the detailed view, you have an option here to select no outline or full outline. So I think we'll go with full outline there, showing our detailed view. So the view label can move around there as well, and we'll just go with per standard and click OK on that. Now if you want to insert a dimension here, and this is just for reference on our drawing here, if I right mouse drag straight up, I have the dimension tool, and this is the same as if you were in a sketch. So if I right click and drag straight up, here's my dimension tool, and we're just going to use Smart Dimension here. So here's our Smart Dimension tool. So if I click this edge here, and let's click this line here, I should be able to drag out here and place this dimension here. So this is just a reference dimension here. Okay, so it's 1.5. So up here on the top we have the same thing. So we want a dimension between that edge and that edge there. So I'll select this edge here of the flywheel, and I click that edge there and just drag it out, and we can place our dimension there. Now you might have seen this rapid dimension icon pop up there. Okay, so there's drawing sheet 2 with our orthographic views completed. It has brought in the center lines there, and if you want to delete some of those out, you could by just clicking and delete like so, but I'm happy enough to leave it like that. So that's drawing sheet 2. Now let's move on to, let's save our drawing. So on sheet 3 we have the top view, and we've got 3 sectional views, and these are sectional views through an assembly. So if you look here, we don't have a top view. If I were to bring in the top view as it currently is, it's running in the vertical direction. So I'll just delete the view, and the trick that I'm going to use here is I'm going to bring in the right side view again, and I'm going to project off it to give me the top view. So I don't want to bring in any other views. In fact, I want to delete the front view. So what I'll do here now is delete the front view because I don't need that. And our top view now is the parent view. So I want to display that shaded with edges, and I need to set this to use the sheet scale. And then when I change the sheet scale to 1:2, the view will now display. So here's the top view, and I'll move it roughly into position there. And we're going to use this to create our section views. So let's create our horizontal section first. So here we have our section view tool. So use this to create a section view through our assembly. So when you use this and read these panels here, we're going to select the cutting line and place it on a view. So we have 2 options here that we can use, horizontal or vertical. In this case it's horizontal. So I'm going to zoom in here, and I'm going to snap that there on the axis there of the hot and cold cylinders. So I'll place that there. I don't need any offset or anything like that, so I'm just going to click OK. So when I drop our sectional view, the section scope dialog box pops up, and the options we would look at here is auto hatching. Leave that on. What that does is hatches different components in the opposite direction. We don't want to hatch any fasteners that we've used from Toolbox, so tick that box on. And we can flip the direction if we want as well, but we can do this afterwards. So I'll just click OK, and we'll just drag our section view. So there's a section view currently. If I go over here and select flip direction, it's now giving me the section in the opposite direction, so that's what I actually do need. So here's section, and the software will name these sections. So there's our section view currently, and you'll see here that it hasn't hatched the screws, but it has hatched other components. So I think we're happy enough with that. So that's section BB. Now let's try vertical section. So let's select our cutting plane. We've got a section so through the axis of the pipe. So click, hit the green check. You have the option to flip the direction. So in this case we are flipping the direction. So flip, click OK, and just place the view. And similarly on the right hand side. So I'll just add that. Now you can click on these and you can drag that in a little bit to move that in. And when that happens, the section view has changed. It's just disappeared and was there. If you do a Control Q, the view will rebuild again. Okay, so there's section BB. This is section CC, and we also have a section through the axis here of the flywheel shaft. So let's select section view again, cutting plane. So let's place our cutting plane here. Again, it should snap to the axis of the flywheel shaft. Hit the green check, and we don't need to flip it this time, so click OK and just zoom in there and place our section view. So there are your section views added. The screws have been entered, but they haven't been hatched because that option was selected. We don't want to hatch the fasteners. Because the parent view is shaded, then all the other views will be shaded as well. So if I select the parent view and I say hidden lines removed, then all the other views change as well. So I'm happy enough. If you want to leave it and shade it, that's okay. And we'll just take the green check on that. So that's sheets 2 and 3 created, and we'll take it from there in the next tutorial. Thank you.